Welcome to Lucky Fortune English. I'm Vincent, and I'm excited for today's deep dive.
And I'm Jenny.
We're going to be taking a look at your horoscopes for January 2025.
That's right.
Specifically Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius.
So if you were born
If you were born between September 23rd and October 22nd,
October 23rd
or October 23rd and November 21st,
or November 22nd and December 21st,
this one is for you.
get ready for some fascinating insights.
Now, when you look at these January predictions, Jenny, what really jumps out at you?
Well, I am seeing a lot of emphasis on decision-making across all three signs.
Interesting.
Libras are potentially facing major purchases or even life changes for Scorpios.
Yeah.
It's all about the home front transforming their spaces to better reflect their goals and ambitions.
Okay.
And for Sagittarius, there's this call to avoid self-sabotage and embrace the abundance that January has in store.
So January is all about choices,
Yes.
but it's not just about making any choices.
Right.
It seems like the horoscopes are nudging us towards making choices that are aligned with our truest selves.
Exactly. It's about stepping into our power and creating lives that truly reflect who we are.
Okay.
Let's start with Libra, those born between September 23rd and October 22nd.
Right.
What's interesting here is that the horoscope mentions possible major purchases.
Like what?
A new car, a house, maybe even renovations. But it's not just about spending money, is it?
No, I think it's deeper than that.
Yeah.
Knowing how much Libras value balance and harmony, I'm wondering if these potential purchases are somehow tied to creating a sense of peace and stability in their lives.
That's a great point. Libras often strive to create harmony in their surroundings, and their homes are a big part of that. So these purchases could be about creating a space that truly feels balanced and reflects their inner peace.
But there's also a warning in the horoscope for Libras, isn't there?
Oh, absolutely.
It cautions against settling just because something seems like a good deal.
It reminds me of how Libras sometimes prioritize keeping the peace, even if it means compromising their own needs. This January, it's important for Libras to remember that true harmony comes from honoring their own desires and making choices that genuinely resonate with them, not just settling for what seems easiest.
Yeah, no buyer's remorse allowed.
Exactly.
Now, along with these big decisions, there's a hint of something exciting for Libras.
Ooh.
It sounds like a casual acquaintance might suddenly become more significant in their lives.
Yes, and this could be a bit of a whirlwind, especially for Libras who are known for their openness and willingness to connect. But here's the thing.
What's that?
The horoscope advises caution.
Okay.
It suggests that Libras might be tempted to overshare during a vulnerable moment.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's because when Libras are feeling a bit off balance, they might seek comfort and connection, but maybe rushing into deep conversations too soon could jeopardize the potential of this budding relationship.
Exactly. Guarding your heart and letting trust build naturally is key here.
Yeah.
Now let's shift our focus to Scorpio,
Okay.
those born between October 23rd and November 21st. What stands out to you about their January predictions?
Well, it seems like home is where the heart is for Scorpios this month.
Mm-hmm.
The horoscope suggests they'll be quite preoccupied with home-related decisions.
Okay.
But it's not just about decorating or aesthetics, is it?
No.
It seems more strategic, almost like they're building a power base.
You hit the nail on the head. The horoscope actually mentions a need to create a space that's more efficient and conducive to work. It's about creating an environment that truly supports their ambitions.
Wow.
Maybe turning a spare bedroom into a dedicated office, or finally organizing that chaotic corner into a functional command center.
So it's not just a superficial makeover.
Right.
It's about Scorpios aligning their outer world with their inner drive and intensity.
Precisely. They're known for their determination and focus, and having a space that reflects that energy can be incredibly empowering.
Yeah.
However, there's a piece of advice in the horoscope for Scorpios.
What's up?
Don't rush the process. Why do you think that's important?
Well, I know Scorpios are incredibly passionate, and sometimes that intensity can lead to impulsive decisions. So I'm guessing this is a reminder for them to slow down, savor the process of transforming their space, and make sure every decision truly aligns with their vision.
It's all about creating a space they'll love, not just a quick fix.
Right.
Now, around the second week of January, the horoscope hints at an interesting social situation for Scorpios. It seems like they'll be in a position where they want to impress someone. What kind of scenarios do you think might trigger this need to make a good impression for a Scorpio?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
It could be anything from a potential new love interest to a crucial business meeting.
Right.
Scorpios are naturally magnetic and charismatic, but I'm guessing this situation might push them a little outside of their comfort zone.
It's like they'll be stepping onto a bigger stage and they want to make sure they shine.
I see.
But the horoscope has some great advice for Scorpios in this situation. Relax and be yourself. No need to put on a show or try to be someone you're not.
I love that Scorpios have this inherent allure and mystique. Authenticity is their superpower.
Absolutely. Now, later in January, there's a possibility of a challenge for Scorpios.
Uh-oh.
The horoscope mentions a potentially difficult person entering their world, someone who might test their patience.
Ooh, that doesn't sound good.
I'm curious, how do you see this playing out?
Well, knowing Scorpios, they're not ones to back down from a challenge, but I think this situation might call for a different approach.
You're right, this isn't about winning a battle, it's about choosing your battles wisely. The horoscope actually emphasizes that Scorpios have the power to decide how they respond to this challenging person. They don't have to engage in every conflict or let negativity drain their energy.
So it's about using that Scorpio strength to rise above the drama and focus on what truly matters.
Exactly. Now let's move on to our final sign for this part of the deep dive. Sagittarius, those born between November 22nd and December 21st. What's catching your eye about their January predictions?
Well, I'm immediately drawn to the fact that January seems to hold immense potential for Sagittarius.
Okay.
The horoscope speaks of abundance and good fortune coming their way.
Wonderful.
But there's a catch, isn't there?
You're right, there's a warning about self-sabotage. A reminder that Sagittarius needs to be mindful of their own actions and avoid getting in their own way.
That makes sense, knowing their fiery and sometimes impulsive nature. I'm guessing this is a call for Sagittarius to really examine their patterns and make a conscious effort to release anything that might be holding them back from fully embracing this wave of positive energy.
That's a great way to put it. It's like they're being given this incredible opportunity, but they have to clear the path to receive it, fully letting go of old grudges, resentments, or limiting beliefs. That's the key to unlocking their full potential this month.
So January is a time for Sagittarius to step into their power and embrace the abundance that's waiting for them.
Absolutely. And speaking of embracing positive experiences, there's a hint of a delightful reunion in the horoscope for Sagittarius. It seems like they might have a chance encounter with someone from their past, maybe an old friend or even a past love.
Ooh, that's intriguing. What do you think the significance of this reunion might be?
Well, the horoscope suggests that this encounter could rekindle Sagittarius's passions and dreams.
Oh, wow.
It's like this person from their past is a reminder of who they truly are, of the joy and excitement they might have forgotten along the way.
It sounds like a much-needed spark of inspiration.
Now, along with this blast from the past, there's also a possibility of some conflict for Sagittarius this month.
Oh, no.
The horoscope mentions a potential clash with someone close to them, a spouse, a sibling, a best friend. It seems like this conflict might stem from a competition over something they both desire.
Ah, so it's not just petty squabbling.
Right.
It sounds like it could be a clash of ambitions or a difference in how they want to achieve a shared goal.
Precisely. And the advice from the horoscope is to resist the urge to battle it out instead. Sagittarius is encouraged to find a win-win solution, a way to honor both their own aspirations and the desires of the other person.
That's a great challenge for Sagittarius.
Yeah.
They're natural problem solvers and innovators. Maybe this is an opportunity for them to use their creativity to find a solution that not only resolves the conflict, but also strengthens their bond.
That's a wonderful way to look at it, turning a potential point of friction into an opportunity for growth and connection now. That's the Sagittarius spirit.
Well, there we have it, a glimpse into what January 2025 might hold for Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius.
We've covered a lot of ground, from major purchases to unexpected connections, home makeovers to blasts from the past.
It's going to be an eventful month for sure, but this is just part one of our deep dive. We've got even more insights to share in part two.
Stay tuned. Welcome back to our deep dive into your January 2025 horoscopes.
Before we move on, I want to make sure we're all on the same page.
Absolutely. We just finished exploring some key predictions for Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius, focusing on those big decisions, unexpected connections, and the potential for both abundance and conflict.
Right now, I'm curious, when you look at these three signs together, do any common threads or themes jump out at you?
You know what's striking me is that all three signs are being encouraged to embrace their authenticity this month.
Really?
Yeah, it's like the universe is saying, hey, January is your time to shine. Let your true colors fly.
I love that. And it's not just about expressing yourself outwardly. It's about making choices that are aligned with your deepest values and desires.
Exactly. We talked about how Libras born between September 23rd and October 22nd are being reminded to stay true to their need for harmony, even when making big decisions. It's about finding that sweet spot where their choices create a sense of peace and balance, both internally and externally.
And for Scorpios born between October 23rd and November 21st, it's about creating a space that truly reflects their inner world. It's not just about having a stylish home office. It's about designing an environment that supports their ambitions and allows their intensity to flow in a productive way.
It's like they're building a fortress of focus, a space where
Yeah.
they can truly tap into their power and get things done.
And then we have Sagittarius born between November 22nd and December 21st, being called to let go of anything that's dimming their light grudges, resentments, limiting beliefs. It's about clearing the path so they can fully receive the abundance and joy that's coming their way.
So embracing authenticity is a key theme for all three signs. What else is resonating with you?
Well, I'm noticing a lot of emphasis on relationships in these January predictions.
Oh, interesting. How so?
Well, for Libras, it's about navigating that potential new connection with care, avoiding oversharing, and allowing trust to build naturally.
It's like they're being given this amazing opportunity to connect with someone on a deeper level, but they have to be mindful of the delicate balance between vulnerability and self-protection.
And for Scorpios, it's about how they handle that potentially challenging person who might enter their world. It's a test of their emotional intelligence. Can they stay true to themselves while also navigating this tricky dynamic with grace and wisdom?
It's a reminder that sometimes the greatest growth comes from those difficult interactions, those moments when we're pushed outside of our comfort zones.
Absolutely. And finally, for Sagittarius, there's that potential conflict with a close friend or loved one. It's not just about winning an argument. It's about finding a solution that honors both people's needs and aspirations.
It's a call for collaboration and creative problem solving. It's about seeing the conflict as an opportunity to deepen the bond and create something even stronger together.
So we've got authenticity in relationships as major themes for all three signs. What does all of this mean for our listeners, do you think?
Well, I think it means that January 2025 has the potential to be a truly transformative month, especially for Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. It's a time for making empowered choices, for deepening our connections with others, and for stepping more fully into who we are meant to be.
It's about embracing the challenges and opportunities with an open heart and a willingness to grow.
And isn't that what life is all about?
Absolutely. Now,
Yep.
before we move on to the final part of our deep dive,
Yeah.
I want to pose a question to our listeners. Think about everything we've discussed so far, the big decisions, the potential for new connections, the need to embrace your authenticity. What's resonating with you the most?
What insights will you carry with you into the new year? We'd love to hear your thoughts.
Now get ready for some even more specific insights as we delve deeper into your January 2025 horoscopes in the final part of this episode. Welcome back to Lucky Fortune English,
We're wrapping up our deep dive into your January 2025 horoscopes,
focusing on
focusing on those born between September 23rd and October 22nd,
Libra,
Libra, October 23rd and November 21st,
Scorpio,
Scorpio, and November 22nd and December 21st.
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius, we've covered a lot of ground already,
Yeah,
exploring the big themes and potential challenges.
right.
Now let's zoom in on some of the more specific details that might be relevant for you.
Okay, let's unpack this for Libras. We talked about that possibility of a casual acquaintance becoming something more significant.
Yes.
What's interesting is that the horoscope suggests this shift might happen during a moment of vulnerability.
Yes, it's like you're letting your guard down, maybe sharing something personal, and suddenly there's this spark, a deeper level of understanding. It makes me think of how Libras are often the peacemakers, the ones who create harmony in their social circles. But sometimes that means they hold back from expressing their true feelings.
Right. So maybe this moment of vulnerability is actually an opportunity for them to break free from that pattern and forge a more authentic connection.
That's a beautiful insight. But remember, we also talked about how Libras need to be mindful of oversharing, especially early on in a relationship.
It's about finding that balance
Right.
between opening your heart and protecting yourself.
Exactly.
It's a delicate dance for sure.
Now, for Scorpios, those home-related decisions we discussed
Big deal.
might be even more specific than we initially thought. Remember how we talked about Scorpios creating a space that supports their ambitions?
Yes, that fortress of focus.
Well, the horoscope actually suggests setting up a dedicated workspace within the home. It could be converting a spare bedroom into an office or finally organizing that chaotic corner into a functional command center.
So it's about creating a space
Right.
where their intensity can be channeled in a productive way.
Yes. No more distractions.
Just laser focus on achieving their goals.
Exactly. And remember, Scorpios have this incredible ability to transform themselves and their surroundings. So this is a chance for them to create a space that truly reflects their power and determination.
Now, for Sagittarius, we talked about that potential conflict with someone close to them.
Mm-hmm.
The horoscope gives us a little more context, suggesting it could be a competition over something you both desire.
Right.
What are your thoughts on that?
Well, it reminds me of how passionate Sagittarius can be.
Yeah.
They're always striving for growth and expansion,
Right.
and sometimes that can create friction with others who might have different goals or approaches.
Right. It's not necessarily about greed or selfishness.
No.
It's about two people who are both deeply invested in something and their paths might be colliding.
Exactly. And remember, the horoscope's advice is to find a win-win solution.
Right.
I think that's brilliant. Instead of viewing it as a battle,
Yeah.
it's an invitation to collaborate, to find a way to honor both people's desires.
It's a challenge, but it's also an opportunity for Sagittarius to use their creativity and ingenuity to strengthen the relationship and achieve something amazing together.
So there you have it. We've explored the potential highs and lows of January 2025 for Libra, Scorpio, and Sagittarius.
Lots to think about.
Remember, these are just possibilities, not guarantees.
Exactly. The future is always unfolding,
Right.
and you have the power to shape your own destiny. But hopefully these insights will give you a little extra guidance and inspiration as you navigate the month ahead.
Now, before we say goodbye, we want to leave you with one final thought. Think back to everything we've discussed. What resonated with you the most? What will you take away from this deep dive?
We'd love to hear your thoughts, so feel free to share your reflections in the comments. And thank you for joining us on this journey into the world of astrology.
Don't forget to subscribe to Lucky Fortune English for more insights and good fortune. Subscribing to our channel will bring you good luck.
See you again.